New at 10 here tonight. An update to a story we brought you last night. Poochie the dog has now been adopted. Shortly before, risk of being euthanized. An Anaheim woman drove up from Orange County this morning, spent hours at the shelter trying to adopt Poochie. Shelter staff were hesitant because they considered him dangerous. Thankfully, local rescue groups got involved, brought in a trainer, and now Poochie's life has been saved.
The shelter kept saying, if anything happens, it's on you. And the trainer said, fine. And the trainer, luckily, this is now like 6 hours later, mind you.
It was pretty clear that they didn't really want to let him go. I had to kind of indicate to them that I was perfectly willing to let him take my arm off, as they were indicating that he was going to do.
Look at that. The trainer says Poochie has been nothing but playful and obedient since he left the shelter, and in fact has been perfectly behaved all night. The trainer says he's been nothing but a good boy. He'll spend a few weeks at the trainer getting evaluated and trained, then he will be given to the adopter in Anaheim. By the way, the Take Me Home rescue that Hayes runs is paying for his vet care and training. Poochie suffered a broken tooth and shoulder injury at the shelter, but tonight he is safe.
Oh, what an update there with the trainer and all. That's kind of a big development there.
Interesting.
Yeah. All right, how about the weather now? Adam Kruger.
Yeah, pretty good stuff continuing for a few more days. We do see a change this weekend. I'll get to it in a moment, but we'll start with the temps right now. Upper 50s, low 60s, common for most areas. It'll be somewhat cool overnight, but not far from average for this time of year. Most lows, as you see on the map here, in the 50s. And then check out the temps tomorrow. After a little bit of cloud cover in some spots in the morning, lots of sun in the afternoon. Temperatures well into the 70s, especially our inland areas in the valleys where we could see upper 70s to around 80 degrees. A lot of the LA basin to Orange County, more so middle part of the 70s. And then naturally, as you go a little closer to the coast, it is going to be a bit cooler with some 60s along the coast tomorrow. Here's what it's going to look like in the skies. And as we go through the night tonight into tomorrow morning, again, we see this batch of low cloud cover, kind of the marine layer creeping in just for a little while in the morning. That's a look at 7 a.m. Notice by 10 a.m. it's pretty much gone already. So we see sunshine for the rest of the day. And then again, as we continue into Friday, pretty nice weather, although cooling just a bit on Friday. Here's the pattern change we're going to be talking about in more detail later on. Notice as we go into the weekend, we've got this next low dropping into the west coast. That brings some cooler temperatures. That brings for us also the possibility for some drizzle on Saturday. So not a perfect weekend, and certainly way different than what we had last weekend when we had that big heat wave. So Friday starts to cool down a little. It's still nice, still 71 or so for LA. I expect the clouds to kind of hold all day long for a lot of us on Saturday. So overcast, highs in the 60s, some patchy drizzle or a few light showers. Sunday we start to see some improvement. Again, we'll talk more about that in detail later. And also on our 7-day, if you want warmer temperatures, we have that coming up next week as well. Those details a little bit later in our broadcast. For now, back to you.
All right, it is a sweet slice of